Right, guys, we've got some more information about Shuriken now. This is a ninja, so this becomes quite exciting, this. Now, excuse this thing. But basically, I'm going to go through a few things. First of all, I'm going to give you the scroll. Second of all, I'm going to talk about what it says. Then I'm going to talk about the connotations this has, and then what this means for like Bujinkan, Takamatsu Den, people like that, in the fairness of proper research. So, the scroll, so you know, was posted by Sean Askew from the Bujinkan, and but it's on Yahoo Auction. Now I've been tracking this scroll, and I bid on it, and I went to bid on it, but I was beaten by whoever bought it. So I was bidding it up, but it went up to about $500, and I thought, it's only a short scroll, so I thought, can I go further? But because you guys didn't give me enough at Christmas, I couldn't really push it any further. This is why I need the donations off you guys. The scroll comes up, and it was like, keep going, and I was like, if I just keep going, it'll keep going. And I thought, whoever bought it, I don't know, his probably just had a bit more money in their back pocket than me. I could have pushed it, but I thought, I've already got it, I've got the pictures, I'm just going to be spending now against somebody who's got a lot of cash. So I probably thought better of pushing it forward. So I'm then spending a fortune on a single scroll I already have, which is a shame. And I think looking back, I should have gone. I should have just pushed it to I had about $2,000 to spend, but that would have been my annual money on scrolls gone. So next donation, guys, actually put your fingers in your pockets and we'll get these bloody things. So, because it was in Japan when they put them up for auction, which is quite rare, sometimes they'll take all of it, because the Japanese don't mind what's actually in the scroll. They just don't want you to have the scroll. So here it is, the scroll. So now, what we're going to do is go through it. All right, we're going to go through it. So basically, it's an unknown scroll from possibly an unknown school. I think going down, this is various schools. I have only had chance to have my translators briefly look at it and go, various schools, you know, like literally they're doing their day jobs and like on the phone going, yep, do this, Anthony, it's got this. So the stuff I'm going to tell you now is not like wholly accurate. It's just an assumption of it all. But I have looked at the Shuriken section. So it's an unknown scroll from about 1670s roughly, and it talks, and it's very much shinobi orientated. There is no way around that. It is shinobi orientated. It's got lanterns, breathing, battle cries in night attacks, earthquakes, digging or going underground, avoiding arrows, swords underwater, and of course shuriken. So let's talk about this shuriken. But overall, it seems to be a very solid, very good scroll from a good date, talking about ninjas and shuriken. So what does it say? It actually is called Icho Shuriken Den no Koto. So one cho shuriken, and it's the hit behind the hand ura. It's actually hand behind sort of blade. But that doesn't mean it's specifically that one. It basically, there are different ways to write shuriken. And then den, tradition, no koto, so arts or skills of. So the skills or arts of shuriken on one cho. So let's have a look at one cho. What does it mean? Now, there are three possibilities for this. Three. If you go back in the language old enough, instead of just taking one cho to mean, you know, throwing it one cho. So option one is, one is obviously one. Cho is about 108, 109 meters, yeah? It's a single cho, like just a measurement. Now, you can take this as one, you're going to throw it 108 meters, yeah? So you're running around and you're going to pick it out and you're going to go 108 meters, Naruto style, in the air. You got that idea. There's also the idea that Icho is also an older way of saying single. So it could be carry a single shuriken. But Icho also means markers. If you look at the Bansen Shukai and look at the way Icho is written in medieval times, a lot of the time it's for every Icho. So it's not one cho, it's every one cho. So, for example, you get the 3 cho torch or the 10 cho torch or whatever whatever cho they have, like the Icho torch, the 1 cho torch. So it means this will last you 100 meters. Or if it's, say, 3 cho, it'll last you half a kilometer, roughly. You'll get nearly half a kilometer with this torch burning, because half a kilometer through the woods at night is quite far when you're trying to get to the enemy battle camp. So it'll say it'll last you, got a little torch. So of the 3 options for this, which by the way, so this scroll is in a mokuroku style, which means It's got no information. You have to guess what they mean. And sometimes you can guess. You can guess what they mean. But in this case, not really. Well, you could have got 3 guesses. So all we know is that it's the titles. And then originally somebody would say, well, this means this means that, and you must do that. So it does not give you the information like the Shuriken or the Banten Shukai. It just gives you the title. And with this, all we know is tradition of Shuriken Wancho. That's it. So we've either got ninja are running and they've got 1 Shuriken on them, yeah? And they just carry a backup Shuriken for like escape. Possible. You've got markers at night. Markers in the trees, and they usually hang fuses on this. We've seen it before. Fuse markers every Wancho. And this means I personally go with the fuse marker that you in, 10 Shuriken. You take 10 Shuriken with you, in it goes, you tie a fuse onto it, burn the fuse. Tie a fuse on. Now we have this in other ninja manuals, but they use bamboo, and what they do is they split bamboo and they lodge it in the branches, and it hangs down and it burns. So what you might have here is it tied onto the Shuriken and it burn up. Total guess, but that is a guess based on what historically Icho or Sancho or whatever means. And the other one is that they're running and they're lobbing it 108 meters. I'm not going with that, but it is a possibility. So you decide. So what do you think it is below? Do you think it is carry a single Shuriken? Do you think it's use Shuriken as markers of some form every Cho? Or do you think it's you should be able to throw Shuriken 108 meters? Which, to be honest, guys, doesn't really... It's possible, don't get me wrong, it's possible, but it doesn't fit with, like, breathing, lanterns, earthquakes, digging. All the rest of it is very ninja. It's like, this, get your sword underwater, breathe through the scabbard, all of that is there. But then it jumps to sort of, like, Naruto shot. I'm like, not having that. But, in fairness, it's a possibility. So, what are the connotations of this? What are the connotations? It means we have to be careful here. So, sorry, let me get rid of the dog. So basically, hold on. So basically, guys, you obviously in the background, people are like, oh, is Anthony wrong? And Abujiken right? What's going on? You've got to tone this down, right? So this is the honest answer how it is. From the beginning, we've said ninja Shuriken are not a ninja tool in the sense that they were not invented by the ninja, not secret ninja tools that only the ninja know. It's like, look at my knitting needles, they're really secret. They're knitted needles. Do you know what I mean? It's like, could a ninja use Shuriken? Yeah, absolutely, we know that. Absolutely. Did they use Shuriken? Most likely, but it's not a secret ninja weapon, which is what we've said from the beginning in like the last 10 or 12 years. But what does this mean? It means we now have proof in the history that there is Shuriken. A Shuriken was used by a ninja at some point. We assumed as much. That's the assumption. But now we can say, yeah. So what does this mean for the Bujinkan, Takamatsu Den and everything? I would say it now changes the field to say this. Shuriken are not invented by the ninja. Shuriken are not ninja secret weapons. Is it possible that ninjas use Shuriken? Yes. What did they use them for? Maybe markers, maybe throwing, maybe they carried singly for like defences moving. How many ninja used it? Well, we have one example of it. We do have something else from the other one that came before. It's a little bit vague, but it does say thieves and sort of shinobi are sort of good with Shuriken, that sort of end. So but that needs a lot more study, that one. So what we're getting, the idea is that as a very background weapon, there may be some ninja who throw Shuriken. It's the same as, I have to be careful with this because it's the same, you can't jump to too many conclusions. It's the same as for Nato-Ryu when they do the face reading and they got the physiognomy and it's like ninjas used face, not really. We find it in one scroll and in the Shoninki, and in that one scroll it says, well, it's usable, but it's part. Is it someone just adding it? So what we have here is we have one case of ninjas using Shuriken in a night attack sort of idea, which means now people like the Bujinkan, the Takamatsu Den, all of those people can say there's a legitimate historical antecedent which shows that shinobi in some situations may have used Shuriken. We'd guessed as much, but now they can do it. So now, for the Bujinkan and everything, and people who are claiming like Ninja Shuriken, you can say there is situations where Ninja use Shuriken. That's a possibility now because it's found in history. And I just want to make sure, guys, you guys know I'm doing it in total fairness. I've said from the beginning, before all the arguments started, whatever I find, I will share with you and show you. So unfortunately, I didn't get the scroll. This is the new step in understanding the ninja. It seems, if you want a brief roundup, that within sort of maybe, I would say, the night attacking elements, that type of stuff, or moving at night, there seems to be the idea of it's possible that some shinobi carried shuriken to do something with. Now, you would assume throwing, but maybe not, maybe not. But I'll leave that to you. Let me know what you think below, guys. The last thing is, I'm not sure, I need more checking on this, but it looks like it's got Shinobi Tachi in it. And my kanji is not great, but I've just looked at it, but I don't have time. It's the wrong, I wanted to get this information out, and it's the wrong time zone for Japan, and they're at work and things like that. So it looks like the possibility that there's Shinobi Tachi, maybe, I think, Shinobi sword, or using the sword during... The actual translation from me, not from the Japanese, from I'm just doing the translation in my head, would be the use of a tachi during shinobi missions, because the one next to it is the use of a tachi during the night. What's the difference? I've no idea. Again, it's just a mokuroku, but there we go. So we got new information on the ninja sword, and we got new information on the shuriken. What do you think, guys? What do you think? Let me know in the comments below.